All right, the Bellman, the original Bellman right here. And this is kind of Via Veneto or whatever. There's several versions. The main difference is just the way these look. This one is a pointed, this one's rounded, but they're essentially the same thing. This is the one I use most of the time. So this is the one we'll look at here today. Simple cap. Everything comes up through here, and a valve system. Basket. It's a nice heavy duty one. And then they come with this little doohickey. If you want to make different sizes of coffee, you put that on in different fashions. But I've never used that. You probably won't either. But that's basically it. And the tank. Now, when you're done making coffee, there is going to be water down in there. That's not the coffee. The coffee comes out here. That's just, sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's a little brown, but either way. So let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to fill this up. It has some markings inside. You can see the for the number of cups, but we're going to fill it up. I usually just make a full tank every time, and we'll just fill that up just like this. And you can just look at the marker. I usually bring it up just under the safety valve. Just like that. So that's usually where I bring that up to. You can see I bring it up just about so we get some light on the subject. And I bring it up just under the safety valve there. Then you're going to fill your, I just grind with this Espresso. It's a great little machine for these. I don't use it on the La Pavonis, but let's just go ahead and look. And what I do is you can fill it a couple different ways. You can do it out of the thing, but sometimes I put it in there just because it's a little easier. You don't have to put your finger over the hole. And I just go ahead and gingerly. I do the coffee pretty fine, not powdery and not as fine as some, but generally a finer grind is what I like. And I just spread it out. You can use a little spoon, however you want to do it, but I just slowly fill this up. And you can adjust how you like things too. Just because somebody uses a certain way doesn't mean you have to, and you just clean off the rim. And that's about it. There we go. I don't super tamp it down like the mini espresso makers. I just give it a nice light packing so it's all in there and you have a good amount of coffee and it's clean. And you just simply take this, screw down the top, and you have it. Now when I start them out sometimes, I'll either on the stove, I'll either open this a little, so as it heats you'll hear some water coming out of there, and then you know it's very close to being ready. Or I'll put my little pot under here and open this, and the minute I start seeing some drips, I'll shut it again and build up pressure and experiment with it. Some of the models have a little gauge. I've never used one of those, so yeah, that's how we set it up. And we're gonna let's take one of these down to the beach, and we'll make a little bit of coffee down there. So these are so damn good. Wait, just to clarify, there's the little dot. This is on the Espresso where I grind to, just right there between the two. That's where I do it. You can figure out how you like it. I like it ground pretty fine, but not powdery. And then just to clarify on the machine, the pressure release is right here in the handle. And then this one is where the steam comes out, but they're at the same level inside the tank. So that's where the pressure release here, if it gets too hot, comes out. But keep your eye on these. They're not meant for you just to let around. So yeah, let's run this down to the beach.
Really?
Hey, Bubba.
Hey, baby.
You
Got a
making
nice
coffee?
thing? Yeah, I am.
All right.
All right, we're down here. We got a really nice table. It's a really great morning, and I have it all set up. She's heating up on the. That's my newer Camp Chef. I usually use a little Coleman single burner, but we're going to make some breakfast too. So when that heats up and gets ready to go, we're going to go ahead and get some milk ready. We've got the classic Stanley there, and there she is. She's been going, and I just leave a little bit open on the steam wand, and you can see that the steam came out. So I'll shut that, and let's open and see what we get. Yeah, it's doing good. You can see the coffee looks right, and that's just the way I do it. Once it's built up and you see that has enough pressure, you just open that and experiment. You can shut it again for a couple minutes. I'm getting a nice dark espresso there because I like that finer grind with a light tamp. These are just a medium dark, really a medium roast, just a stock regular bean, so nothing fancy. And yeah, they work really good. I use that bean all the time. But look at that. So I just play around with the knob, and yours may work a little different. You can do that too. Sometimes I leave it in one spot, but they're just really fun to do. And yeah, look at that. They just keep on going. We're going to probably have 4 nice cups of espresso in the end. That's why I just make a full pot. And there we go. And get a little crema. You can adjust it as it gets this pressure going and open and shut it. So it builds up a little more. But, just whatever works for you. Just play around with it. And they're super fun. And there we go. Isn't that great the way it just comes on out? And yeah, I love these little Bellmans. And we're going to steam some milk too. So look at that. We got a really nice little batch of espresso there. Wow, look at that. Yeah, really easy. Once it starting to run clear, that's when I'm done, and I usually turn it off. And you get the last kind of spurting, and then I know it's kind of getting all the way through. And once that starts coming out a little clear, I'll go ahead and turn it off. And then you're all set. Now we'll just build up a tiny bit more pressure. And there we go. And we'll go ahead and froth up some milk. And I could have built up a little extra pressure, but I was excited to have my coffee. So yeah, so it's nice and warm. I use this with mocha pots too. I've always liked this little attachment for down on camping or around, because you can just froth up the milk a little bit extra. And let's go ahead and pour some out. There we go. Make sure you divvy them up equal too. And there it is. It looks great. It's a great amount, and we're going to have 2 to start. And then I'll have enough for 2 more of these. I have it in the little metal pitcher. If I need to, I can just heat it a tiny bit if need be. And then look at this. We've got some beautiful froth milk for nice and warm, and it's all ready for our lattes. And that's what you can do. That's the Bellman's excellent for picnicking or camping, or you could even, if I was still backpacking a lot, I would haul this with me too. And let's see how I did on my milk allotment. Yeah, perfect for each one. And voila, there we go. So we have great little German mugs, and the Bellmans. There we go. They work great. And I do like sugar in mine. Uta doesn't like sugar in hers, so we'll be real here and show really how I would have it. My little spork. I got a couple sporks. They're fun down here. And there we go. God, I can't wait for this one. And look at that.
Right.
There we go.
It's a good morning.
It's absolutely beautiful out here.
Yep, it is.